Action!
Hanung Bramantyo is an Indonesian filmmaker known for turning a critical lens on his own Muslim faith.
There are a lot of Muslim fundamentalists. They refuse of the pluralism. They refuse of the multiculturalism. I don't know why. So I have a responsibility as a Muslim to counter this.
His latest film, The Question Mark, is no doubt his boldest attempt yet to challenge the conservative ideologies of Islam. It has also drawn the harshest criticism for, among other things, portraying Muslims in a bad light. Like in this scene, where an angry mob raids a Chinese restaurant for opening on an Islamic holy day.
Even my sister condemned me as a bad brother, a bad Muslim also. My sister.
Aside from religious intolerance, the film touches on issues like conversion,
Tadi malam Rika dibaptis.
racism, and terrorism.
I think the film is very brave in a sense that it tries to address very sensitive issues. But it's about time that someone makes that kind of movie.
Yeni Wahid is the daughter of former President Abdurrahman Wahid and granddaughter of the founder of the NU, the largest Islamic organization in the country. She says the film spreads a message of moderation and tolerance, something that is more important now than ever, especially for Indonesia's youth. There is a growing alarm about the spread of radical ideology on university campuses here. At the University of Indonesia in South Jakarta, Hanung's latest film is a common topic of conversation.
In the cinema, the ticket is sold out for that film. I mean, that is really controversial film, so everyone wants to see what's going on because it describes about the respect to the other religions.
The question mark's plea for tolerance might resonate with some college kids, but a growing number of others are following a different message. A radical Muslim group called the Negara Islam Indonesia, or NII, has been increasing its activity on campus.
These are the prime targets for them because, they are at impressionable age in which they want to feel useful, but they don't really know what to fight for. So someone came and gave them a reason to feel worthy about themselves.
Some of the university students in this university, they leave the college for 2 weeks or 3 weeks and they disappear. We don't know where they go, and then they come back. We know that he has been influenced by NII.
Students here say it's becoming more and more common to hear about a friend or classmate who is asked to attend a religious study group that inevitably turn to topics like jihad, an Islamic State, and the necessity for Sharia law.
They will come to your house, they will keep calling you, they will keep texting you, and they will telling you that you have to stay away from the war, you have to come with me.
To counter the NII influence, the faculty here has begun a series of orientations on how to identify and reject a radical recruiter. A short drive down the road, at the Sharif Hidayatullah National Islamic University, known as UIN, a much more aggressive approach is being taken. The school has recently implemented mandatory curfews and plastered the walls with banners and pamphlets that warn students, beware the early signs of the NII and terrorism movements. This institution has always prided itself on its moderate approach to Islamic teachings, something clearly illustrated on a Thursday afternoon in Professor Ali Muhanif's Islam and Politics class.
Karena memang di Indonesia sensitif, jangan-jangan masalah agama gitu yang beda agama. Beda organisasi agama juga berantem, Muhammadiyah sama NU.
Today, the students are discussing the role of a secular government in a predominantly Muslim Indonesia.
Nah, di sini menurut saya agama berhaklah mempunyai peran dalam suatu permainan politik.
But last March, this reputation was tarnished after 19 young men were arrested for allegedly sending bombs inside books to a government official, an activist, and a musician. 5 of the students were graduates from this school and recruited by the NII within its walls.
No one can believe that, UIN as part of religious institution become the target of recruitment among the radicalist group, and it works.
22-year-old Kafi Dotul Mila was recruited in her freshman year by a classmate who claimed to have the same major and come from the same hometown as her.
ya haus akan informasi, haus akan kegiatan, butuh teman banyak gitu. Terus ya pengen cari pengalaman yang lebih aja. Gitu.
After a few months of meetings, which mainly focused on interpreting the Quran, Mila's parents discovered the group was a front for the NII and forced her to quit before she got too involved.
Poligami juga begitu.
Professor Muhanif says that parents, teachers, music, and films can all play a part in teaching tolerance to young people. But he says the bulk of the responsibility lies with the Indonesian government to prove itself as a respectable alternative to an Islamic state. Indonesia's 12-year-old democracy, precluded by decades of dictatorship, has had a bumpy road. The central government's anti-corruption task force has successfully prosecuted over 100 public officials.
Money politics is there, corruption is there, the law enforcement is so bad. So bad outcome of democracy become like normative support for radical politics.
Okay, finish ya. Yeah, finish ya.
Hanung, whose films criticize the government as much as they do radical Islam, agrees.
Kalau society tidak percaya dengan government, maka society tidak akan percaya dengan apa yang dibawa oleh government. Itu sebenarnya kuncinya. Finish. Yeah, next.
Hanung's latest film is taking on a slightly lighter subject matter, football. He admits he needed to step away from the religious controversy for now, but plans to return to making films that preach tolerance and continue to guide the thinking of what it means to be a Muslim in Indonesia.
Okay, good.
From Jakarta, this is Jacob Templin for Time Video and the International Reporting Project.